Hello everybody, welcome to our messy room. I hope you enjoy. What I'm here to talk about is part of what I think could be this issue of why we suck. We being, I don't even know how to say this without generalizations, but basically like white people and men and people who are not oppressed, or you could just say straight white men, which is me, guess what? So, I can at least say why we suck, because I have the insight that straight white men have. I'm not middle-aged yet. That is imminent, so one day I will be the bane of society along with the rest of them. But until then, there's some glimmer of hope, right? Something to hold on to. Like being eternally young. The big reason, maybe not the biggest reason, but a big reason why we walk around talking like we know what's up and are really just causing problems is we can't accept our own ignorance. Now that's just, in general, it's a hard thing to do. It's a hard pill to swallow, to accept your ignorance. So we fight it, and as a result, we sit around and we talk about these issues, like, let's take women's issues, for example, right? We men, we sit around and we're like, let's look at this rationally. Let's talk about abortion, and let's talk about rape, and let's talk about misogyny from this, rational standpoint, where we have never, ever experienced that. I mean, men go through some shit, but it's not the epidemic that it is with women by any stretch of the imagination. We have not lived a day in the life of a woman, so how can we stand back and talk about these? Just epistemologically, epistemology is the study of knowledge and what you can really know. Epistemologically, we're at this huge disadvantage because we don't know. We can't talk about these things, and we're like, well, you're getting emotional. Let's not get emotional and look at this. No, it's pretty sure it doesn't work like that. It seems to me that to understand these issues, you have to experience them. So there's only so much input that we can really have until we have to admit that we have no idea. And what we should do is just leave it in the hands of those that know and take their word for it. No, we'd rather pretend like we know. And, talk and enter this on your level, which is completely and utterly ridiculous. And it's like this for every minority, right? And I live in this nice little world where I don't have to fight off creepers regularly, and when I meet people, it doesn't come with this set of assumptions of who I am based on my race, and people aren't prying and asking ridiculous questions into my sex life. Now, part of the reason is that I am extremely boring. So I can sit here and be like, why are people freaking out about this? Like, race and sex and sexuality, like, that doesn't play much role in my life. Like, when I meet people, I would rather just talk with them about, like, music or movies or really important stuff. I'd rather get to know people for who they are. But that's just because that's the world that I live in, and people treat me that way, and I have the leisure of not having any of those things of sex, race, sexuality, any of those things thrown in my face constantly. So then I can sit here and be like, why would you make a big deal about that stuff? So and I think, that's probably true for a lot of white guys, and true for a lot of people that can really nicely avoid all the bullshit. That's something that not a lot of people have. So, the question then is, what's to do about it all? What place do we have in that? Well, the first is admitting our ignorance, of acknowledging that I have no idea what it's like to be you. I have no idea what it's like to live in your life, and I have no idea what it's like to go through your hardships. And the last thing that I'm going to do is put down your hardships and be like, no, you're just whining, you're complaining, because, I can't say that. I can't. So that's the first thing to do, is admit your ignorance. And it's very liberating once you do admit your ignorance. You don't fight so hard. You don't have to fight so hard. And you can act with compassion, because, we cause a lot of problems, and I don't know our place in it. I don't know a man's place in women's issues. I don't know a white person's place in the issues of people of color and minorities. But I do know that I can at least act with compassion, that I can respect people, and that I can not be a dick. Maybe that's just the biggest part, is just don't be a dick. So anyways, let me know what you think about this, especially because I know that most of my viewers are women, and I hope that I have attracted a very wide range of perspectives and lifestyles and so forth. And most of you probably have a better vantage point of this than I do. So please let me know what you think about this, what you think this... Just let me know, like, what's going on in your heads. And I will talk to you guys later. Have a great day.